can't find a hair claw, so it's sunglasses this morning. It's first thing in the morning. Just getting dressed, ready for the day, because we are going, just popping out to the farm today. We've got some nice things on the agenda, and I thought, why not pick up the camera? At the farm today, well, this whole week they're doing Dino Week. So they've got like people, you know, in those big dinosaur outfits walking around. I don't know how it's going to go down with Arin. I feel like it's actually not going to go down very well. I think he's going to freak out. He loves dinos and he really wants to do Dino Week. He really wants to go to the farm for Dino Week, but I feel like the reality when he sees the dinos walking around, like, he's not gonna like I always get the impression if we went to Walt Disney World, at the moment he would not like the characters walking around. So we'll see how it goes today, but it's a nice sunny day. So Lawrence isn't working today, so it's just a nice excuse to spend it together as a family and yeah, have a nice time together. I just sent Lawrence to the shops because I really fancied for my lunch a white crusty roll. I haven't had a white crusty roll in a very, very long time, with tuna crunch. So like I'll make it so it'll be tuna, mayo, chopped up peppers, chopped up red onion. That's what I really fancied, so I'm gonna make that for a picnic. Arin will have like a soft granary roll and he'll have tuna as well. Lawrence will probably have, I don't know, because he doesn't eat tuna, so he might pick himself up some ham or cheese and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna make for a picnic, tuna crunch. So I'll show you that in case it ever crosses your mind that you want to make tuna crunch. It's actually a very delicious sandwich in a white crusty roll with like a lot of butter. So yeah, we are heading to the farm today as a family. It'll be really nice because we don't get too much time, sort of just the three of us without a million other things going on. I feel like life is really, really busy at the moment. It's really hard to fit everything in. We've had a few curveballs sent our way in the last couple of months that have changed sort of the direction we were going in. I mean, they're positive, but they were definitely unexpected curveballs. So we are adjusting to our sort of new reality. Easy for some people like Lawrence, a bit harder for me. But actually, I've noticed as a person, I'm so much more emotionally mature now to deal with things than I was a few years ago. Like a few years ago I was just like, I would really struggle with a lot of things. I'd really struggle with dealing with big changes. I just like wouldn't cope very well. So yeah, that's what we've had the last few weeks, but I feel like I'm getting on top of things again a little bit anyway, and we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. How are you all? How are you enjoying our rainy summer so far? Or spring? It's only spring. And to be fair, the weather is like really starting to pick up, thankfully. I just need more vitamin D. As you can see, I'm a very, very pale person. Like keeping up with like getting enough vitamin D and enough iron is difficult for me. So it's really hard when it's like grey for a very long period of time. Anyway. That's a really random tangent. My makeup at the moment, and then Lawrence will be back with the ingredients. I'll crack on with making lunch while he finishes getting ready. We'll bring some lunch out. We've left it a little bit late, so I don't know if Arin's going to fall asleep in the car or not, because we were going to go earlier and then he'd fall asleep in the car on the way home, but I think I've left it a bit too late, if that makes sense. So like he's almost getting tired now. But anyway, isn't it fun constantly tracking your baby or toddler's need to sleep? Isn't that always so much fun? Like you have to be a mathematician because you're like, Okay, calculating all the hours. When did they last sleep? When did they wake up? What have we done this morning? Are they tired? When are they going to bed? How many hours do they need before bed? Anyway, I think I've added enough colour to my face now that I don't look like a zombie or a ghost. Let's put some eyebrows in. The thing I use for eyebrows is the Charlotte Tilbury. If you don't like having if you're not good at doing eyebrows like me, just get your eyebrows done at the shops, the salon, and then just buy this. I'll link it down below. You just brush colour through it. Don't need to shape them, you don't need to do anything. They add a bit of definition to your face. I'm not a makeup person, but I know there's lots of other people out there who are not makeup people and just wouldn't have the foggiest clue where to start. But also, it's not a big interest of mine. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't want to be amazing at makeup. It's just not my thing. When I wear lots of makeup, I feel claustrophobic and I need to wash my face immediately. So for me, just the bare minimum is good. So a bit of concealer, bit of bronzer, and my eyebrows, and something for my lips. I always forget to do my eyes in terms of eyelashes. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. If you guys use lip balm, you are essentially wasting your money if you buy anything other than this nipple balm. This is lanolin nipple cream. It is full unfiltered lanolin. I don't know whether I should tell you because it sounds gross, but lanolin is in most lip balms that you buy, but the ones you're buying are either scented, they have fragrances in, which is not good for your lips. I mean, you might like the cherry flavours, strawberry, I don't know, but if you just want really good lip balm, buy this nipple balm. It's the same thing, it's 100% pure lanolin. It makes your lips, and it heals just any part of your skin that needs healing, that's dry, yeah, it makes your lips amazing. It lasts forever. It's £5 a tube and it will last you years. It's 100% lanolin, which is a natural product which comes from the wool of sheep. And yeah, just so shiny, but also looks after your lips. Anyway, I'm going to tidy up for a little bit. We're gonna have a really nice dinner tonight, so I'm hoping to get that in the slow cooker before we head to the farm. But we're gonna have pulled pork, sort of coleslaw burger things, like coleslaw salad type thing. We're having bread at lunch, so I don't know if I really want it for dinner as well, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna put the pulled pork in the slow cooker now, and then we're going to tidy up this very messy house, because it's always messy, and then we're going to go to the farm. Oh no, then I need to make the picnic, and then we're going to go to the farm. pork in the slow cooker. It was actually pulled pork that we purchased from HelloFresh or Green Chef not long ago. I think I've still got a link for Green Chef. It's an amazing food subscription service, so I highly recommend it, honestly, especially if you've got busy weeks coming up. So I'll put it down below. But anyway, this was pulled pork from one of those boxes that's just been sitting in the freezer. So I sort of, I'm cooking it from frozen, which is going to be fine because it's already cooked. But I'm just going to cook it on low and slow, so it's going to be cooking all day. I've made up like a sauce of apple cider vinegar, honey, dark soy sauce, sesame seed oil, and some ketchup. And then I'll see how that tastes later. I'm going to add some sesame seeds, stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm going to let that do its thing today. I'm just making tuna crunch, so I'm going to mix tuna, pepper and salt together. Then I'm going to make up Arin's roll, because he'll only want tuna in his, and then like veggies on the side. And then I'm going to be putting in diced up green pepper and diced up red onion into mine, so it's a bit more crunchy. And I'll put that in my roll. So yeah, let's do that.
Arin! Arin!
Keep going. Keep going. We're back from the farm. I think I'm getting hay fever. I always have hay fever every year. It's always like a guess, like when's it gonna kick in? And I think it's just started because I've got really itchy eye. But yeah, I just ran through the door because I'm like, I need to check my pulled pork. It's looking great. Let me show you. Here we go. Now if I just grab it's looking excellent, I have to say. It's looking very, very good. So we're gonna have some salad, some rolls and some pulled pork, and it'll be really, really nice. I'm gonna taste test it, see what it needs. Might need like a splodge of just barbecue sauce in there. Hello.
Mama, someone has kicked the football.
Who kicked the football at you? Daddy, did you kick the football at Arin?
No, it wasn't me.
It was Daddy. Go kick the football at Daddy.
Yeah, what then?
What was I saying? So yeah, it's gonna be really nice with some. Oh yeah, I'm gonna taste test it. Might need something else, but yeah, serve it with some buns and salad, things like that. pulled pork burgers. We've got these nice granary seeded rolls from Tesco. Lawrence has just a little slice of cheese in his, and then that's it. So we're just going to put pulled pork. Are you having coleslaw?
No, would you mind doing your one first? Just because I want the hot pulled pork in mine. So
You want that hot?
oh yeah, if
It's
there's
both
stuff
in
in
there.
there. Yeah, I've got hot stuff in there.
But are you having coleslaw in your bun?
Not inside, no.
Yeah, I'm going to have coleslaw. We were just saying shrinkflation. Look how small the coleslaw is now from Tesco. It used to be like a bucket. Now it's like this thin slither.
Brexit Britain.
Brexit Britain. General election coming up.
You know what to do.
You know what to do. Things can only get better.
Bigger.
Or bigger.
Yeah, things are going to get bigger.
Things can only get bigger. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll go back to in England where we were issued
Yeah.
proper rations of coleslaw.
Proper rashes of coleslaw and Coca-Cola in 3-litre bottles.
Oh,
Bring back
right.
the 90s.
Things were easier back in our day.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. Oh, is this Oasis?
Yeah. Every song that comes on, you tell me if it's not a banger. Absolute criminal.
Pulled pork burgers are ready. We've also got homemade chips. Sorry, we're listening to 90s music now.
Copyright strike.
Pulled pork burgers are done. We are just about to have dinner. We've got homemade chips in the air fryer. We've got spicy corn, like just sweet corn with paprika and stuff. And yeah, we're going to enjoy our sort of nice summery dinner. I'm trying not to itch my eye. Actually, the next day now, I'm about to go swimming actually with Arin. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been able to go for ages, but I'm really looking forward to... Honestly, everything is so itchy. I think hay fever's definitely started, but I'm really looking forward to going swimming. I love going swimming. It's fun. It's a bit difficult when it's just me and Arin because obviously I can't do like lengths. But still it's fun. We have a lot of fun. We bring this like squid thing and then he throws the squid in the water and we go get it. I just wanted to close the video on like a kind of rant, but something I wanted to talk to you guys about because I sort of mentioned it on Instagram and I actually got a massive response and I thought, well, obviously there's like scope for conversation about this. So it's something that I have been struggling with for ages and my family has, is trying to buy a house. Like how difficult it's being. For the last 18 months we have been searching for a house, viewing houses, putting offers on houses, keeping up with the market, and it's been so difficult to buy a house for multitude of reasons. We've had interest rate changes thrown at us, we've had extremely stubborn sellers not moving on their overpriced property. For example, we've had 3 properties in the past 18 months that we've really liked. We've put in offers that we think is a really fair market price and they were all declined. Really, really stubborn sellers, not willing to go any lower. And all 3 of those, at some point in the last 18 months, came back to us for our original offers. 2 of them came back about 6 months later, and by then our interest rate had changed massively, so our budget was different and we didn't think that buying that house would be a good idea, so we couldn't buy that house. Had they accepted our offer those 6 months previous, we would be moved by now with a better interest rate in that same house. They would be moved by now. They wouldn't have had to reduce their house price that much because now like 2 of them are still on Rightmove a year later with huge reductions. So that's been really frustrating. The house prices are just, they got out of control during COVID because there was like the need for room / stamp duty break, stamp duty holiday, which just made house prices, especially in rural areas like where I am, skyrocket. Now, since the financial crisis, the recession, the lack of wage growth, people's tightening budgets, interest rates, the wars going on, the uncertainty with the politicians and stuff like that. Since all of that, prices are coming down, but it's really hard to find a realistic seller who is happy and understands that their asset, their house value is not as much as it would have been if they had sold in 2021 or 2022. It's really difficult to find that. If you just take a basic look at Rightmove, you'll see an absolute onslaught of properties just on there not sold. That tells you that people, if they're not selling their house, it means it's priced incorrectly. 9 times out of 10, that is the reason. It's priced incorrectly. Now, as someone who bought and sold a house myself, I was very fortunate to have bought and sold a house in my very early 20s through the Help to Buy scheme, so a very, very small deposit. When I came to sell that house, I really didn't get as much as I wanted to. I'm giving loads of information here, but I think it's just like a really good topic. I know a lot of people going through the same thing, so I think it's a good topic to talk about. But when I sold the house, I didn't get as much as I wanted for it. The house just wasn't, it didn't go up in price as fast as I wanted it, or as much as I wanted it. Now, a big problem of that was believing the estate agents that overvalued my property when I met up with them to sell my property. So what I did is I rang some estate agents, they came around and they gave me the figure plucked out of thin air and said, yeah, we can easily sell your house for that price. Now, what I've learned is estate agents quite often give you an inflated price to sell you the dream. And then when it comes to actually selling and they can't get you that price because it's a bit too high, they just tell you to reduce, and that's a bit of a bummer. So I totally get it from the seller's side of things, because when you're told a number, you subconsciously spend that number. That's the number you think your house is going to sell for. So when the offers start coming in and it's not that number, you feel disappointed. But at the end of the day, the offers dictate what your house is worth. And for example, the last 18 months, we've had 3 houses that we put offers in, really fair offers in, fair market offers in, that were totally denied, like laughed at. And then 6 months later, all 3 have come back saying, like within those 6 months, all 3 came back saying, actually, we do want your offer. We do, because we've noticed the market's falling. It's really hard to sell our house. And actually, you gave us a fair price. And we say, well, no, because either our budget's changed right now or what we want has changed now. And I just think it's so frustrating, because if reality had set in for those sellers sooner, or if the estate agents had been more truthful with them and more honest with them from the start and said, we know the market right now, the market's not great, the market's falling, people in general in this country have less money. So people won't be spending as much on their house because they have less money. So you just have to accept that. I understand this is such first world problems, by the way. I'm a massive supporter of the Palestinian people and ceasefire, and I follow it as much as I possibly can stomach. And the fact that I'm sitting here moaning in a house that's warm with my son upstairs asleep, the fact that I'm sitting here moaning is outrageous, because obviously things could be so much worse. I get it, but I also think it's a really, really important topic. I think England has come down on its knees. The NHS is failing. The education system is failing our children. The water systems, like we can't even get clean water. We're starting to actually have to spend more money on children in this country than we're giving out now. Donations are shortening to other countries because our own children are living in poverty. Sorry, my cat's just here. Sorry, it's a big tangent, but I'm so passionate about it. I cannot believe we live in a country where the division between the rich, or the haves, and the haves not has got so big that normal families cannot afford to buy a normal family home. And that is because the rich have made property an investment, like a gold is, rather than it just being a right or a home for someone. I think it's awful that just like properties became like this just investment, and it's just for like rich people and wealthy people, rather than just normal families being able to have the right in the country they live in to raise their child in a secure home is so unfair. I feel it's so unfair. And by the way, I don't fall in that category. I'm very lucky because we're renting at the moment, so I'm in a really good position to buy, and we have had help with the deposit. I'm going to be totally honest about that. Because without that, we probably wouldn't be buying, because I don't want to come across like I haven't had help, or I'm not in a really fortunate position, because I am. But I do think buying a house in this country is just ridiculously hard for just an average family to buy an average family home. It's something I've learned over the last 18 months of pure frustration. I got lots of messages back on Instagram saying that they're in the same boat, or they can't move house, or buying a house for them has taken over a year and they're still in the process, that they're in like insecure renting at the moment and they're trying so hard to buy a house through a scheme, or they've got the deposit but the lender has changed the goalposts for them. Honestly, I had message after, I couldn't believe how many people came back, so I thought it was really important to talk about it. I think it's a really broken system. Like our parents' ages, when they were buying houses in the 80s and 90s, houses at that time was about 3 times their wage. It's now over 8 times your wage. And we have much less spare money at the end of the month compared to what they had. So when a boomer or someone says to you, well, we had 10% interest rates back in our day. Yeah, you also had the ability to afford that though. And the unfortunate situation with us is we don't have the spare cash to afford the interest rates. I think 5% interest rates are higher than what we're used to, but I think they could be just a very normal thing. I'm not disagreeing with the interest rate actually, I'm disagreeing with the inflated house prices and the very, very little wage growth, or nominal wage growth that's happened. Sorry, I'm getting a bit technical here. But I just want to say, like, if you're in my boat as well and you're really struggling and buying a home is becoming so difficult for you, there are lots of us going through the same thing. I have found watching the Moving Home with Charlie videos super duper helpful actually. If I will show his channel down below, link it down below. So if you are trying to move house, watch his videos. He's done some really, really helpful videos on how not to overpay for a house. Also, if you're selling a house, how to spot like the signs of overvaluing, and how to get your house sold quickly and stuff like that. So I think his videos are really helpful because they're reassuring to know that the market is broken, and it's not just our experience, it is a lot of people's experience right now. So yeah, it's just a tough situation. I know it's a first world problem. I know I'm in a fortunate position to be able to even consider buying a house. But I'm also a firm believer that I think the country's gone wrong somewhere when a house is seen as a rich person's asset rather than a family person's family home where they just want to raise their children and just be a good citizen and pay their taxes. I just think it is broken. Anyway, I wanted to finish on that because I put it on Instagram and I got a massive response. But thank you for watching today's video. I'm going to do a few new taste tests because I know lots of people are asking for the taste tests at the moment. So look out for those videos if you're not already subscribed. I hope you're really, really well. I'm going to upload this video and I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye!